In the crucifixion scene of Luke chapter 23, verse 43, Jesus turns to the thief on the cross, the repentant thief, and says, "Truly, truly, I say to you, today you will be with me in paradise." What a curious word. Why didn't Jesus say you'll be with me in heaven? Or you'll be with me in the netherworld, or you'll be with me in limbo. He uses this term, paradise. Very, very powerful. Let's go back into the scriptures and way back into the Eastern origins, the Persian beginnings of this word. The word is, in the Hebrew, adapted from the Persian word, pardes. Nehemiah chapter 2 and verse 8. Nehemiah is talking about the forestry, and he uses the term pardes, greenery, lushness. Solomon is talking about his creations and how he has built wonderful estates. And he says, I built gardens and orchards. The word for orchards, pardes. Early writers would say, well, that means, pardes means the king's estate filled with fruits, vegetables, beautiful shade trees, waterways, flowers. You get the idea. Then we take a look over into the New Testament. Paradisos is the pronunciation of that word, which we would then know as paradise as we bring it into the American English. You see it as Jesus promises the repentant thief, Luke 23, but then you go to Revelation chapter 2 and verse 7. And what does it say? To the person that overcomes, the believer, I will grant to eat of the tree of life in the paradise of God. The tree of life is not in some domain of the dead. It's in God's home. It's in God's estate. It's in heaven. Furthermore, 2 Corinthians chapter 12, verses 2 and 4 also bolster this thought. Because you see, Paul says, I was taken to the third heaven. Jewish culture, first heaven, atmosphere on earth. Second heaven, outer space. Third heaven, Jewish culture said, well, that's God's domain. Paul says, I'm in God's home. I'm here. Verse 4, to describe it, he says, this is paradise. You're getting the idea. Now think about this. In the early days, the paradise, the king's estate, they may have an occasional holiday where people could come through the gates and go and enjoy the flowers and the fruits of that time. But at the end of the day, the gates were closed. They were left out. No doubt people would say, boy, I wish the gates of paradise would always be open. Isn't that what it says in Revelation 21? In the New Jerusalem, the gates are always open. Paradise. What a beautiful thought.